Hello and welcome to my channel. Today we'll be painting these lovely violets in ink and wash in celebration of the first violets of spring. This is painting number 10 in my Paint Tiny, Paint Often in 2026 challenge, and I hope that you're joining along with me. The inspiration for this painting came from me while I was out walking with my dogs around our property. I've got a little video here of some of the area that I keep wild for growing some herbs and for seeds for the birds. And also just a few things that I've seen that were starting to come up. My tulips, the dandelions are starting to pop out, the lyre leaf sage, and the violets. And I was so excited to see these after this cold winter that I just had to paint them. I have time-lapsed through the drawing process for these as I create kind of a little vignette, a view of the violets with the leaves and some of the flowers kind of spilling over outside of a central square where the violets are. And I'm also time-lapsing through the process of tracing these with the micron pens. I'll have the supplies listed for these in the description below if you want to check that out. I'll also have links to the products that I'm using. I have set up some Amazon affiliate links, and if you do happen to buy any of these supplies, I will earn a small commission at no cost to you, and I thank you for taking the time to consider that. I am starting with clean water that I'll drop some color into, but on subsequent flowers I just go ahead and paint those straight from some diluted paint on my palette. I'm starting with quinacridone magenta from my Holbein Professional Watercolors. The three colors that I'm using on the flowers themselves are quinacridone magenta. There's a little bit of bright rose that may get mixed in, and also mineral violet. And then for the darkest parts of the leaves, I have mixed a little bit of Prussian blue in with the mineral violet for the deepest shadows on the flowers. I will also include a sketch of this drawing in the description, a link to where you could download a copy of a sketch if you wanted to do this for yourself. I did time-lapse through the drawing process because it took me a little while to get everything drawn the way I wanted, and then traced over, and then I erased all those pencil lines off before I started painting. However, the painting process is all in real time for this video. The process is slower than I would wish for it to be, but I just can't seem to do these very fast. I see a lot of these videos. I watch videos myself learning, and the artists are able to paint things so quickly. And of course, it looks really fast when I take this video and make it into a short, but it is a lot longer process for me, and I find that I get a lot more satisfaction out of the process, and I'm a lot more pleased with the results when I take my time and think about how I'm mixing my colors, where I'm placing the paint, and take the time to make any adjustments that I need to adjust to make it look the way that I want it to look. So I don't want you to feel like if you're not painting these really fast that you're doing something wrong. I think that you should take as much time as you need for where you are in your process and just enjoy it. Even if you have to work on a little bit at a time and stop and come back later, take the time that you need to make something that you're really proud of. Placed a lot of shading in towards the center of the flower, and I'm putting a little bit towards the tips where the petals are kind of turned away from us a little bit. I'm not putting any color into the center of this flower or the one that's kind of facing up that's beside it till towards the end of the video. I'm going to make sure that the flowers are completely dry, because the center part I've done with a little bit of yellow, and I don't want those to blend and make a muddy color, since the pinks and purples and yellows are complementary colors, and they'll make a muddy brown color if I let those combine. Now we'll paint the other two flowers, the one that is facing toward the left first, and then the one that's kind of facing up. I'm going to be following basically the same process. I'm going to lay down the base color, then I will add some shading, and in some instances I may lift a little bit of color out if I got it a little bit too dark. Just work with these and make sure that your shadows are in the places on the flower that will be in shadow. Take your time, enjoy the process. I just want to take a second to say how much I appreciate you spending some time with me here today. And I ought to mention that if you enjoy my videos and they're helpful to you and you would like to support my work, please scan the barcode in the upper left-hand corner or visit me at buymeacoffee.com/CindyGuthrieArt. That visits my tip jar, and any donation that you make would be greatly appreciated, and it will help me to continue to make more videos. Thank you for your consideration, and thank you for being here today. As my first flower dries, I began to notice that the color was a little bit duller than what I wanted it to be, so I'm brightening it up with some bright rose, and then mixing that bright rose also with a little bit of the quinacridone magenta. I feel like my darks need to be a lot darker now that I have brightened up the colors on the petals, so I'm adding mineral violet plus some mineral violet mixed with Prussian blue for an even deeper shade to put those shadows back in place. Time to start painting the leaves, which I think is one of my favorite parts of this painting. The base color for the leaves is sap green, the mid-tone is olive green, and the deepest shadows are shadow green. I really had some fun with these. The violet leaves kind of dip in on themselves at the center where the stem is. So they're very three-dimensional, and you get to do a lot of work with shading to really make these pop and make them look realistic. They're just so much fun to paint. For the stems here, I'm using sap green again as the base color. Then the shadows beneath the leaves I am adding in with olive green. I'm not exactly sure what happened here, but I can't find video of where I painted in the centers of the flowers. But what I did was I took a little bit of dilute sap green and mixed it with lemon yellow for the very centers of the flowers. Made sure they were completely dry before I painted that in. With the signature added in, the painting is done. It's time for the fun part, pulling off the tape to see what the final product looks like. I'm just going to add in the number of the tiny painting in the year on the very bottom with some pencil, and the painting is done. Thank you so much for joining me today to paint these ink and wash violets. It's been a great time. Y'all come back now, you hear?